everyone, it's Chris, the BDX Picker. Welcome back to the Little Shop of Hoarders. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video, so wanted to go over some changes that I've made out here in the shop, talk about my results and sales and what's going well for me, what's not going not so well for me over the last couple of weeks. So stick around after that intro song. We'll get to talking about all those topics.
Don't know why that kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
So I just wanted to go over first that I've done a little bit of remodeling with the help of my wonderful and beautiful wife. She really helped maximize some efficiency here in the shop for me. So let's go over some of the changes that I've made. One of the first big changes is right when you step in. So let's go from that view. Walk in to the door here, and right here used to be my shipping table, but now it's this new shelving unit that I put in. You walk in a little bit, and now I have this nice big section here, this U-shaped table that my wife built for me, designed all of that. It's actually stuff from IKEA, but it replaces my shaky, not very sturdy shipping table that was right here. It's obviously a lot bigger now, but I just was complaining and tired of that table. I actually had two of them that I bought from the thrift store for $40 total. Ended up selling them for $27, so I got almost 2 years of use out of them, and still sold them for almost the same price that I bought them for. But I was just tired of dealing with the shakiness. They just weren't that big as well. So now I have a much bigger, much nicer setup for shipping. It's not 100% perfect. I still need to rearrange a few things and maximize everything, but it's so much better. So I've got all my stuff. I have these smalls listed here. This is just the section for like supplies and stuff. Eventually I'm going to keep this and use it for, I think I'm going to put stuff that I want to keep and display, for my own personal collection. But it's not clean. Obviously I didn't clean up before I filmed this, but I just wanted to show you what the setup was. Got a lot of storage here underneath for random things, shipping supplies. I got my chair there if I want to sit down. My shipping bags or bags that I take for sourcing. I cleaned all these shoes, so this is stuff that I need to list right here. But it's just a much better setup. I'm not a clean person, can you tell? Shocker, I know. But to have this kind of setup is really a game changer for me. Eventually I'm going to run an extension cord from the wall to here so I can get my my thermal printer set up over here. So I'll have power to this station. Still have my computer set up over there for when I need to do any bookkeeping or video editing. But then this section here is designed really for kind of inventory as it comes in. This is what's left of my storage unit stuff. I've gotten rid of a lot of things that just needed to be donated or thrown away, and so I have just a few things left that I need to go through to either put for sale, probably on Facebook Marketplace. A lot of the stuff over here is Facebook Marketplace stuff or personal savings. There's a few things on here that can go from this tub over to this section, which is where unlisted inventory is supposed to go. And now what's really nice is if I'm ready to list something, I can just grab from this section and go list it. I don't have to go hunting and trying to find things. It's just a much more efficient process overall. Of course, I still have this old death pile and some storage for shipping supplies and things right here, but I have a couple of shelves of old death pile, but eventually, sooner than later, because I'm kind of running out of space, I need to turn that into listed inventory. So space for putting boxes for listed inventory, because my shop is getting, I think it might be the largest it's ever been. Which isn't necessarily saying a lot, but I think I'm up to about 770 items listed. I kind of had a goal to get up to 1,000. But I don't really like the idea of just setting an arbitrary goal of listings in your store because really what you don't need quantity of listings, you need quality listings. And I think that has really contributed to maybe a not so stellar last couple of months in my business. I have mixed results, mixed reviews, mixed thoughts, mixed feelings, a lot of mixes when it comes to the past couple of months in my reselling business. It's kind of caused me to really take a different thought process when it comes to my business. We're going to go into that a little bit later here, probably just 3 or 4 minutes or less. More likely less than that. But lots of changes, lots of good things. Oh, I have all these shipping supplies back here. So all my boxes, for the most part, are right here, which is much more convenient. They used to be, I don't know, 20 feet away, 15 feet away, and now they're 5 feet away. So it's not a major difference, but it's just nice. The only downside is even this big shelving unit here, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelving unit, it's still not big enough to hold everything. There's just a lot of really weird different size boxes that you need. But it's still much better than it used to be. So now I have this shelf over here, which used to be my shipping box section. It's more just holding, media in general. Lots and lots of records. Got some TVs and electronics down here. These are my comics that I still haven't listed. Got this guy that I need to list here sooner than later. It's a nice microphone. Getting better. Long ways to go. Place is still junky. Because I'm just not the greatest at organizing things. But that's okay. It's, you got to deal with what your strengths and weaknesses are. It's one of my weaknesses, obviously, but I don't think it's causing me to have any major issues when it comes to efficiency or just success in general. So my sales have not been spectacular. Over the last 31 days, today is May 10th. My total sales on eBay have only been $3,300. I've done okay on Poshmark. I've had some good sales on there. And I actually have sold one thing on Mercari. So that's exciting. When it comes to my overall sales, past quarter, past 3 months, there's, again, through my reseller Genie, the month of March was $3,989.80, and April was rough. Real rough. $3,118.99. That was actually my lowest month in probably, it's over a year. So it was tough. And we'll go into that a little bit further here. And then this month is starting off much better. Like I mentioned, it's May 10th, already up to $1,430.29. So hopefully that will continue. Last May I had a $4,453 month, so I appear to be right on pace for that. So I feel like I have, for the most part, I'm hitting a groove. I'm not growing. For the most part, I'm not decreasing. My sales for the year compared to last year are still higher than they were. They're higher this year than they were last year, primarily because of this great February that I had. But it got me to thinking, and let's talk about that. I was really down for a while. I was down on myself, down on the process, down on reselling, down on the economy, just coming up with reasons to be frustrated because of my results. I looked internally a lot because, just because I think that's the best thing to do. So what I was trying to do is figure out what was I doing wrong that was causing this downturn in sales. One thing I would say, probably the lowest hanging fruit, if you will, is part of the reason why I have these 2 IKEA bags full of shoes that are ready to list because I hadn't been cleaning shoes in a long time. And for those of you long-term watchers, shoes are my biggest selling category. 1 out of every $10 I sell is a shoe of some sort. Might even be a little bit higher than that. And I just hadn't been listing any for quite some time because I hadn't been cleaning them. So there's a couple things that I can do with that. One thing I have been doing when I'm outsourcing is I'm just looking to buy shoes that either need very little or no cleaning at all. The problem with that is just the volume of shoes that I buy has gone down quite a bit. So I don't think that that is the solution. I just think I need to get better at cleaning. I still have this bin right here. Hope I'm pointing to the right section of shoes that need to be cleaned. There's probably another 15 pairs in there. I bought, I think, 1 or 2 over sourcing yesterday. So I just need to get better at cleaning. But that wasn't that lack of cleaning shoes wasn't the sole reason that my shop wasn't doing as well. And then I just started to think about it, and rather than get so worried about it and so upset, so concerned, I instead started to look at it as a bit of a blessing. This downturn in sales allowed me to kind of revamp and redesign my shop area with the help of my wife. But I had to help her do a lot of the things in here just because, it's just I needed to help her. And I might not have had the time to do that if I was so busy listing and shipping orders. Another big thing is at work in my day job, I have had to cover for somebody, a coworker of mine who's on maternity leave. I'm having to do essentially 1.5, maybe even 1 2/3 jobs. And I don't know how I would be doing mentally, personally, if I was just going gangbusters in here. If I had another month like February, where I sold over $6,000 worth of items, and I was just in here packing and shipping 10 plus items pretty much a day, 5 days a week, my mental health might have been suffering. I don't necessarily work well with just a go type of environment. It's just not my personality. That's why I know I'm not going to be the biggest reseller in the world, because I don't have the desire to work that much to make that much money. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm always going to do this from a part-time standpoint to just earn some extra money for my family. So rather than focus on how bad things were going, I decided to just look at it as, like I said, a blessing, and be thankful that things were actually going the way they were. In life, we always wish that things just always were going good, right? A lot of us we always want only good things to happen, only great things to happen. We don't want any bad things to just bring us down. We don't want to feel bad. We don't want to feel sad. We don't want to go through strife or struggle, right? But in reality, it's those struggles where not only do we learn to appreciate the good things, but we also learn to tweak and change and grow as a person, as a business owner, as a father, as a husband, and so I am really starting to try and change how I'm thinking about things. So I'm not searching for bad things. I'm not hoping for bad things to happen. But when they do happen, I'm not looking at it as the end of the world. I'm looking at it as an opportunity for growth and improvement, and a chance to appreciate when the good times come back around. So that's going to be my update for today. I hope things are going well in your world. I'm probably going to do this kind of thing more often. I'll just be popping in here and there to give you tidbits of wisdom from my brain that might be useful, or they might not. I don't know. Hopefully they're useful, though, because otherwise you're probably not going to keep watching. But I'm not going to necessarily have 2-3 videos a week because I just don't think that that's what people are looking for my channel. So we'll see how this works moving forward. But thanks so much for watching. Please like this video if you did. And if you aren't a subscriber, why don't you consider subscribing? I promise I'm not going to gum up your feed with 50 videos a week, so you won't need to worry about getting too many drops from me. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Good luck with all of your reselling ventures out there and your non-reselling ventures. We'll catch you on the next video, so take care. Bye-bye.